Hello guys, today I'm going to be going through my Polaroid photos from my Polaroid camera in the long dark, and my custom save is a survival world that I have 298 days on. Right now, the settings on it are so that all of the loot in the game shows up as much as possible, and all of the settings for the animals and the rest of the game in terms of weather, I have that all for the medium difficulty. So I'm just going to be starting off by showing off my character. I currently have the cougar head hide wrap, so that on top of the technical balaclava. I have two expedition parkas on top of each other with a decent thick wool sweater underneath, and then we have the Koichin sweater on top of that. Right here I have the patterned wool mittens, which are going to be one of the three different types of mitts that you can get from the trader. I have those ones. Um, I have the mucklucks with climbing socks underneath. I got the wool long johns, the combat pants and snow pants on top of them, with the actual pair of crampons, not the improvised ones, with the moose hide satchel to improve the um, the carry weight of my player. I also have the technical backpack on top of it, so it also gives me the extra weight. Um, I have just a very regular inventory. I do tend to carry quite a lot of stuff on me. So like the lantern, one of the heaviest things I can carry. Um, if I don't have one of the hunting bows, I'll have the rifle, or I'll have the hunter's revolver. Right here is my camera. I have 20 fast film color shots left. I actually was down to five, but then I found a bunch in a bunch of different cabins that I had never found yet. And I also had gone to Coastal Highway recently and found some of these in a suitcase when beachcombing. So got quite a bit. I don't actually really use the sepia or the black and white, so most of them are actually stored in my base. Have have got 35 sepia there. I've got one black and white, and I'm sure that over here I got 30 shots of black and white, 20 shots of sepia. I have more over here. No, I don't. Basically, when I come down here to my, these are my stats also. Um, I do all of it on the sandbox. I don't really play any other modes. Um, do with this information what you will. I've taken 177 photos, so that's kind of why I've taken the time to make this video. This is my last trade that I have. I think it's the last couple items I need to get in the game. But basically, we're just going to go on to look at my photo album. So the photo album is kind of glitched out. You can see that that one is appearing in that one's place, and just a bit confusing. But it will all work once I go through it. So we have the first day, which is in Sundered Pass. Same day in Sundered Pass, which had the Aurora. This is 67, the day that I got it, and it was the day that I got the Polaroid camera. We have on the far range branch line on the way back to Great Bear. I guess it's on Great Bear too, but not the far territory. We have the Broken Railroad. That's, I think I was trying to get one of the wolves.
Mouth so dry.
That's one of the. I'm just gonna drink some water so we don't have this guy talking. Nice. So if I come back in here, this is this is in Broken Railroad. This is like the mechanics yard building with the forge underneath. Actually, I don't know if it has a forge. I think it does, but that's where all the wolves are. Forlorn Muskeg fighting a wolf. I've actually died in this game before. I went underneath the ice in Forlorn Muskeg, and that's the only time that I've died in this game. I've never had my ribs broken by like a moose. I've never um, been I've never I've never been stomped by a moose. That's the only thing I can think of. Basically, yeah, it's the wolf there. We got the helicopter crash. It's in Fort Muskeg also. We got the Mystery Lake camp office. It does not look that way right now. It has a lot more decorations, and it used to have a lot of my loot just in general. There's another one right there, another angle. You can see I have some of the loot on the ground. That's it from the outside. It's such a good location in the game. It's kind of in the middle. Um, right here we have a wolf, also Mystery Lake. This is on the way back to the Carter Hydro Dam. A bunny. We got that's my base from the outside. So oh my, it's so lagged out. Basically, the next one is kind of. I think I was trying to take a photo of a cougar, but I failed. This is what my house used to look like. It was quite bare. Had that little table right there. This is quite early on. You can see now that view is totally different. Sorry, I keep going up on these tangents, but it's just good to explain it all. Um, you can see they all just kind of bug out like that. We have a black bear that's at the end of my kind of like farm that I'm on right now. Obviously, there's no farming in the game, but that's kind of over by the farmhouse on the way towards um, the cave to Winding River, which goes to the Carter Hydro Dam. There's that bear shot in the head. It was a aurora bear, so obviously they're very very scary. That's the shed that's actually right beside. It's kind of a nice photo. Another one. This is kind of bugged out. So you can see the way it says there, 71, 72. It's the same photo. It's very annoying. Um, that's the cougar. This is at the Pensive Pond in Pleasant Valley. This is kind of close to where I am right now. Closer photos. I think it's the first time actually I fought a cougar in the game, day 74, because the cougar didn't come into the game quite late, and I've been having the save for quite a while. And got Pleasant Valley. That's just kind of a view from outside my house. I think I was trying to get a photo of the Aurora Wolves. That's a photo from Signal Hill at the top of Pleasant Valley. This is a cool photo of the waterfall, Pleasant Valley. I think that's near the Thompson Crossing. This is of Bunker Beta, Pleasant Valley. That's one of the bunkers. There's the Carter Hydro Dam. It's a pretty cool photo. This is the time that I actually fell down the Carter Hydro Dam. I was walking along and I wasn't paying attention. I think I was looking at my phone and I fell down and I like broke both my ankles and tore a bunch of clothes. I broke my first pair of mucklucks and I had to like do very small like hops and like get to the bottom of that. But I was certain that I was going to like lose my save because it had saved the second that I like hit there, and I thought that it was just gonna auto kill me the second I got to the bottom. But it didn't, thankfully. We're still here. So if I just keep coming down here, we got the that's another view from the Winding River. That's actually yeah, that is actually a view from halfway up the Winding River Dam. That's just when you walk in the door. That's outside of it. Another photo of it there. That's the ptarmigan that are underneath the bridge just outside of it. It's three different ptarmigan in a row. I used to use the sports bow from Forsaken Airfield, but I didn't realize that you can't repair it, so it has very low condition, and I was using it for quite a while. It's another ptarmigan. That's Mystery Lake of the Firewatch. Great game. That's Mystery Lake. That's the train like tracks on the way to the what's it called? The camp office. Yeah, that's in Paradise Farm. Not Par yeah, Paradise Meadows, and that's in the farm. You can see that's there's some ski boots there. And when I first started playing this game, like my first few saves when I didn't really know how to play and I kept dying, it was always spawning in Mountain Town, and I was always going to Paradise Meadows Farm. So that's one of the places that kind of kept me alive. But I would always have to get a new save because I couldn't find the key. Didn't know they could be in different places, and I didn't really like using tutorials. But it's a go-to location. That's right outside of the um, Paradise Meadows Farm. It's when I fought a cougar. You can see I was using three different fires, so I didn't die. And then an aurora happened. That was pretty cool. It's an aurora from Milton. I also was using the big kind of house in Milton as one of my bases for a while. So being attacked at that house. This is in the Milton Credit Union. Just a nice photo. Another photo of Milton. Just a great shot. That's one of the deer. I'm always trying to catch deer real close up, but it's kind of hard. This is in the this is in the graveyard in Black Rock. No, this is in Mountain Town. This is in the graveyard in Mountain Town when you cross over the bridge. And there's a deer going through. I love when they have the antlers on them. I don't usually kill the deer in this game really either, unless like I'm trying to make the boots and stuff. But I've only one pair. Here's the graveyard with like the nice church. There's a good photo of one of the deer. That's the cougar scratches on the wall. Cougar. And I think that's the same cougar. Over here on the side we got Mountain Town. That's when you keep going all the way up to the north, and then you come to the bridge full of all the cars. And at the end of it, there's usually a bear. I got attacked by that bear when I was playing. At
Okay,
that
of
exact
course.
trail sign right there. There's another one of a deer. I like taking photos of the deer. And kind of just any of the animals I run into. This is I don't know why I did this, but this is just a cool one of the. It's a cougar wrap with four different ptarmigan, and it's at the picnic area at the top of Mountain Town, just before you go down. I had to leave them there, but I kind of accidentally left them in that way. But yeah, excuse me. Um, this is from Mountain Town. This is like taking a view all the way down to that kind of like lake area. I think it's where the hermit cabin is. This is a bunch of black and white photos. That's from Mountain Town also. Pretty cool. That's Hush River Valley. That's one of the bunkers. I think it's pointed in the game when I was like, I should actually document all the cool stuff that I go to. So just a bunch of different photos. Um, this is of the wolf inside of the Mountain Town cave. It's me cooking up some food. I think I'm making some. I don't know. That looks like the meat pies. Yeah, I think that could be ptarmigan pie or maybe like rabbit pie or whatever. It's the ones. Oh, you can also make the berry pies. The pies are pretty cool. They have like different effects, but one of them gives you like a headache. I think that's the berry pie. There's two cougars. That's in Mountain Town by the Orca station. That's at the house. You can see there's just a bunch of food on the ground outside. Um, that's a cool photo. That's from Fort on Muskeg, one of the caves. I really like that shot. That's of the Bunker Alpha and Bleak Inlet. That's a transfer pass. That's a Forsaken Airfield. One of the actual um, hangars. It's another hangar there. And then that's like the underground railway walking to the far territories. Wolf. That's when you're going through the ravine. And there's the train tracks that have fallen. Ravine is so sketchy going across the bridge. Here's Coastal Highway. That's the Quonset garage. That's one of my current kind of like bases where I have a bunch of stuff. I also have some woodworking tools there. That's on Misanthrope's homestead on the island. That's where I usually cook food to get oil for the fish. Sorry, oil from the fish for the trader. Um, this is back when I started using the color photos. So it's a cool one of the mine. That's a really cool one there. I love that of Desolation Point because it changes colors during the aurora. Um, and now I have to keep going down through all the photos every time, but it's worth it. These are all really cool. Okay, bit bugged out though. Um, that's of Desolation Point. That's of the Cannery. No, no, that's not the Cannery. That's Coastal Highway. That's the coastal town site. There's like all the like whale bones and stuff there. That's actually a really cool spot on the map. There's a bunch of batteries. That's where I got most of my batteries for the lead that I made. So I would transport the lead from Coastal Highway all the way to Black Rock Mountain. But instead, I actually should have left the batteries there and used them for the trades for the trader. But I guess I didn't know that. The next one, so I just went down one and it didn't change. Oh no, yeah. So we got Desolation Point from a distance. I think that's over by the rig thing. Yeah, that's it there. I can't remember the name of it. It's so bad. I didn't see that. I can't remember what it's called. Um, that's another shot from the from the mainland over at the factory place where you get all the batteries. Another cool shot just from Desolation Point. One of the bears, Heartbreak Bridge. Then we got Pensive Pond. We got cougar on the ground. We got a bunch of food over by one of the fishing huts, and we got like three fishing bobbers. I think I have like four or five now, but I don't really use it. I was kind of dependent on that for food at the very beginning of the game. I would like go up and get food there um, from the Pleasant Valley homestead when I wasn't like. Actually, I'll show you right here. So I would start off the Pleasant Valley farmstead and walk up this area here, and this is where I fought the Aurora Bear. And then I would walk up this way and then come up past the. I wouldn't take the climb usually, and it doesn't really make any sense to take it, but come up this way here and then cross over when I'm above the lower falls and then be in Pensive Pond. And then there's this cougar here, which pretty much this cougar walks into this area here down to Pensive Pond whenever you get close. So it's almost unlimited cougars because I don't really kill the cougar in this area. I kill it here, so it never usually goes away. But um, yeah, so I would kind of make this trek back and forth whenever there wasn't a bear or any deer here. Um, but yeah, this area here is kind of where I travel a lot, going to the Hush River Valley. No, not Hush River Valley. Winding River cave system, which goes to like the Cardo Hydro Dam, and then from there you can get to Mystery Lake and Mountain Town and all in the far territory. Okay, no more tangents. If I come all the way down to where were we? Okay, too far. So that's one of a deer glitched into the side of one of the like hills. That's one of a cougar. That's a really cool one. That's a nighttime one of the church. It's a cool one of a bear. That is of the Cinder Hills coal mine in um it's I think it's in coastal it's in Coastal Highway. And it is without a doubt the like scariest like and like um kind of anxiety inducing experiences because you have to go into that mine through the elevator and it only turns on during the aurora. And when you're down there, there's like a bunch of electrical stuff and ways you can like take damage, and you have to go down and loot and get out within the time that like the aurora lasts for. And if you don't, then you can't escape. And that's almost like a death sentence if you're not going to get another aurora or if it's not like frequent. So that's from when I went down there. Um, I won't be going back down. I think I left like a bedroll or something like down there, but I've looted the rest of the stuff. It's a cool one of Timberwolf. That's from Bleak Inlet. That's from the Firewatch. That's also from that's the radio tower. I think that's where I got the Forester's pistol from there. That's from Bleak Inlet also. I think that's from the lighthouse. That's a photo of the broken lighthouse just from a distance. That's the cannery. Just some things from the last resort place. The boat. Got the couple kind of huddled up in the cannery. That's when I got the woodworking tools for the first time. You can see the Timberwolf in the background. A few shots of Timberwolf. They're so sick. They're such cool character models. Or no, animal models. Pair graffiti. Just a couple of different shots of the cannery. Spent so much time here just making ammunition, and also there's a wolf in there that would spawn in sometimes and be running back and forth and stuff. And I could never even catch it or take a photo of it or anything. It was just so fast. But actually, maybe I got a photo. I'm sure there's a photo in here of it somewhere. It spawned in so many times. A deer in Pleasant Valley, another deer, Coastal Highway, Misanthrope's Homestead, cool one from Coastal Highway, really cool one from Coastal Highway. One of the cougars right outside of the Pensive Pond place, day 139. That's the Timberwolf Mountain Cottage. It's a bear right outside of it. I was trying to get a cool photo of the bear by like running in and out. This one in Black Rock. That's Black Rock Penitentiary there. That's the power plant. That's from inside of the cells. I put down a flare. I don't know. I was trying to make a cool photo, but that actually does look pretty cool. You got Black Rock, just kind of one of the caves. That's one of the wolves on its side. It's a pretty cool photo. That's a sepia photo of a ptarmigan. It's kind of hard to see. I don't really use sepia, to be honest. It's kind of not. It's not that nice looking. That's a cool one. I like the look of that. That looks cool. That's an Ash Canyon. Okay, take it back. Sepia is kind of cool. Um, Ash Canyon. That's of the waterfall. That's when I was going back up to see if I'd missed any loot up at the backpack place, and I had. I'd missed quite a bit. I am able to get the curator's rifle because I got the rifle from up there at the very beginning. That's my own loss. There's the Ash Canyon Bridge. It's a bear outside of my house in Pleasant Valley. It's one of the contaminated dogs. That's one from the Langston mine from the quarry. It's such a cool spot in the game. That's the proper quarry. It's a big mining building. That's from inside the Langston mine, like during the story mission. Another one from the story mission. Two bunnies. This is from Sundered Pass, like way up at the top. Like, I don't know, this is a really cool part of the game when it's like it feels like you're actually on the side of like this huge mountain and it's just snow and timber wolves and these like small like there it is, yeah, like the little like triangular like buildings. It's just such a sick part, and you can see the area where like there's a weather station and you get the Polaroid. Got a wolf and a rabbit beside each other. We got Sundered Pass Cave. That's so sick looking. Like that just looks so good. We got the Forsaken Airfield bunker with the remains. Forsaken Airfield, the main hangar. It's a photo of the airplanes. It's cool when they have a bunny quite close. I don't know. Sometimes the animals don't move when I get real close to them, but like sometimes they move when I'm like really far away, so I'm not quite sure. There's Forsaken Airfield. There's another one there. It's cool. I like the way the lights turn on. That's of the mine in Zone of Contamination. I actually went back on day 200, take better photos because I didn't like that this one was from the front side. I took this one from the side because it's more impressive from like the side view. And I liked that one, but didn't like that it wasn't very clear. So I went back and took another photo the next day. Maybe it was the same day. We got a bear here. It's in Pleasant Valley. No, it's Coastal Highway. I knew straight away it's Coastal Highway. Pleasant Valley right there. That's Mountain Town, the crashed plane. That's just a sick photo. That's an Aurora, Coastal Highway. That's the wolf. That's in the workshop in Bleak Inlet. That's the cannery, the one I was talking about earlier. That's a better photo of it. That's of what's his name? Wyatt's remains. So that's there. It was kind of it was glitched for a while where you weren't able to set off the fuse for the bunker, but now it is working and everything. I was able to do the trade to return the remains, and not to return the hatch wheel. It's one of a deer. It's another one in the cave. That's the top of Timberwolf Mountain with the airplane. I didn't go to top of Timberwolf Mountain until day 275. It was only kind of after 200 days I realized that there was more stuff in the earlier parts of the game, so I went back and got the expedition parking and stuff. I think Black Rock Mountain is a great place. And then we got this one I took just yesterday in real life. Um, this is on Crumbling Highway. It's kind of when the sky was a bit green. And that's one I took today of Pleasant Valley, and that's the homestead there. So yeah, that has been my Polaroids that I've taken in this game. That's my current survival trade. And I don't have any rock caches in any of the zones. I'm level 5 almost on all of the different skills. And yeah, it's such a great game. I recommend to anyone that hasn't played it. Um, and of course, this has spoilers in it. Don't look at this part, but I've finished all of the actual storyline from all of the tales and Tales from the Far Territory. I just need to finish off the last couple of trades, the trader, but I've got almost all of the recipes in the game. I've got the broth, the flight porridge. I only got this one recently. I didn't realize it was in the game. I went back and was doing some loot searching all around Forsaken Airfield. Got cooking oil, last resort soup, pemmican bar, porridge, porter soup, tamarind stew, the rabbit stew, Thompson family stew, the trout stew, the venison stew. I'm not going to keep naming them all, but they're all really cool. I like making the bannock. The bannock is really cool to like to make in the game. The Briar House pie, that's also really cool, but I think it gives you like a headache or something. Maybe it helps with cabin fever. It's a dock worker's pie, pancakes, peach pie. Yeah, the peach pie gives you the headache. The pepper's pie doesn't. Ptarmigan pie. These all help for like increasing your carry weight. It's so cool that they added these to the game, adding like bannock and pemmican bars and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, now in the dark, my character is very hungry. But thank you very much for watching my video, and I'll see you later.